Okay. Blind Marathon Deathworld Spidertron percent episode 13. In between I built out some of these rail tracks, but this is still kind of a mess. Have not built out the back yet and haven't actually renamed any of these things, but it's fine because they're not connected. Did the copper switch trick, cleaned out these little things down here, built this bit of rail spine over here. It's not signaled yet, but whatever, it's fine. I did a bit of landfill here, but I need a lot more space than this. Like I need at least this much space behind each station, which is actually the amount of space I've got. Maybe I want 2 sets of that behind that station, but that's also something I'm going to worry about later, because the first things I wanted more landfill, so let's do that. I'm only getting any bricks out now, but that's fine. Do I have miners with me? I do, and I also have. Okay, we'll put that somewhere else after we've done this. Yeah, that'll work. They're going to come down here, and we're going to give these, because, you know, I've got, do I actually have enough of these to worry about at the moment? Maybe. Okay. You go there, and then I can put the radar back. How many miners is that? That's not even half a belt, but that should give us a bit more landfill. Yeah, and then why aren't you? Oh, that's why, because actually I probably still want those there, fine. If it's a green chip shortage, I've got green chips. Is that actually a good idea? Not sure, because I've got now a decent number of these guys. And I'm pretty sure I'm fine cutting the stone belt because this guy still has a ton of wall, so that's fine. I will need a lot of stone later, so we'll do that. Yeah, green chip production is still bottlenecked by copper. And we're doing a bit of research slowly. Oh yeah, research. We ticked through a couple of the blue tech researches that we might have needed. We did solar panel, we got the night vision equipment, we got the personal battery. I think I actually have the stuff to build all of those. Steel, solar panels are also steel and green chips and copper, so I could actually start equipping my modular armor, but I'm not going to yet. The thing I actually want to do, 34 is not going to be enough. I will not need these, so they can go in, I don't know, there. Yeah, get the coal outpost running, and for that I will need train, which I have, and signals, which I have, and enough trains, and then a couple more miners. That will be enough for 2 belts of stuff. Do I have enough belt? I do not have enough belt. I actually need to expand this belt capacity somewhat, which I'm fine with because I've got a ton of iron. What else do I need? Is that's actually not going to be enough fast and sodas either. 6 splitters. I mean, let's just pick up more of these anyway, because these will all be things that will be useful later. Yeah. You can have that. I got a couple of signals. I got a couple of regular inserters, which I'm not going to need. Yeah, so, first things first. Let's... Oh yeah, and all these guys are probably... Yeah, your own vehicles. Don't trigger the landmines, it's fine. I'm actually going to need... I don't have much coal on my person. I could have actually done this on the other side, given I'm going to the coal outpost, but whatever. Yeah. I'm going to have to reorganize this. That's going to be pretty easy to do as long as... Yeah, as long as I have... Like, once I have more than one type of train running, all of that needs to be revisited. but that's kind of fine. The trains are pretty much stationary at the moment. Oh, that was what the other thing I needed to do. I do have... Oh, hey, what are you doing there? That's one of the things I need to revisit as well. This train setup here is actually no longer adequate. I don't want that in the way. Because this oil supply also now has to feed a base up here as well, because I have not secured all this oil yet, and then juggling both of those might be interesting. But what's going to happen is, so now this train can go either way, but it needs a chain signal here, and he needs a chain signal. Do I want to pull you back? I probably want to pull you back to like there. So that'll be fine. Signal, signal. Yeah, and then, because the other concern is having two intersections close to each other can give you deadlocks if there isn't enough space. This train wants to just get out of the way for the moment, because that means that I can put another train here, have some fuel, and I can put more fluid wagons. And part of the other reason for that is just getting the pump jacks working again, because I think they kind of stopped because all of this was fullish, yeah. So how do we want to do this? I kind of want to take them off like all the way back here. There's a tree, and then I want this one's not going to connect to it here at all, is it? That's slightly off. That's a pain in the ass. Yeah, okay. I can still do it like that, and then I can just like that. And I'm also completely fine. I'm not completely fine taking that bit away. I'm completely fine having a big spindly thing here, because this is also doubles as more parking for more trains that are going to be here in the future. Because I will now have a larger number of trains coming through here trying to pick up oil. So doing something like this means I now have space. I now have parking space for 1, 2, 3, 4 trains, although given these are defensive trains and it's kind of vital that they have their stuff, yeah, it could be a bit of an issue if I have 4 trains waiting for, important defensive fuel. This one I need to move out for reasons that are going to be interesting to talk through. So the concern is a train coming through here. Yeah, these two paths kind of crossing each other will block each other, but this one is moved out so that so the only trains trying to get in here will be the ones going to the oil, which are 2 segments long, so they'll fit in this segment. Moving this one out lets me fit a train of 4 sections, which is, what the ore ones going the other side will be, which means that hopefully these guys won't block each other. So we've got energy shield equipment. What was I thinking about? I don't know that I'm ever going to use it, either belted immunity equipment or the laser, but the thing I realized, rather than stopping research, weapon shooting speed applies to the rocket launcher, which is cool, which I'll be using, and the shotguns, which I might keep using. The usefulness is kind of going down. So we're going to continue with that as well, because lots of things use, particularly rockets. These guys are fine. These turrets exist only to take damage, so it's fine that they're out of ammunition. These guys are still not seeing combat, which I'm pretty happy about. Those walls are fine, damaged but fine, yeah, everything's fine. I should actually check the other bit before declaring that it's fine. And it is. Yeah, because this train station still doesn't have a return loop and still doesn't have real defenses, but, you know, sure. So that's done. The other thing I was doing, that's right, that's why I was doing all this, is I like having power by the rail spine. Like, there's a reason why I call it a spine, and it means I won't be able to drive through the middle of the rail spine, which is also probably a good thing because, you know, you might get hit by a train or a tree. But the rail spine is going to be how we end up. It's going to be one of the mechanisms by which we get power to the outposts, which is going to be, you know, a pretty big deal. Is this going north? I guess this is still going north. And then, yeah. So yeah, the copper we're going to run out of before we run out of coal, probably, but I'm kind of fine with that. The coal is the one that if I lose it, then the base dies. How much? I guess I'm going to need wood. I was considering just destroying the trees. Is 16 a large number of things to be taking damage? Like 2 deep, 8 deep, yeah, those are all 3 now. Okay, so I need 2 train stations here. And how am I going to set this up? Did I actually bring wall with me? I did not bring any wall with me. Good times. Okay, sure. So yeah, I need to set this up for 2 lanes of mining, which means I may as well do... Can I just straight up do this? Yeah, the tracks are kind of going the wrong way, aren't they? Well, so let's get rid of all of that stuff. But this is at least where my train station is going. And the layout should be possible because I copied it from a train station. Yes, that's where a coal train's going to go. We're going to be able to take 2 belts. We should add some power to this guy. That one doesn't need to be there. I'm not super concerned about struggling to improve these because I can always just run belts and load it from the other side as well. So that's the thing we're going to do later. So this one here is actually going to need to come around like this or something, I guess. Not super important. Is that the right one though? That's actually not the right one though, is it? I completely balls that up. That's fine. It's in more or less the right place. This one's going to continue because there's probably going to be other stuff we'll need from up there. Not sure. I think like this base looks like it's further away than these ones, and these ones are also over desert, and this one will be mining twice as much. So I don't even think I bother pushing that at the moment. I think I just defend it here, and yeah. He said, aware that he was doing that without walls. Is it there, and then there it is. And then you'll get a signal there, and chain signal. I guess that's where that segment is. I guess this is where we're scheduling the segments to at this point. So, And we've got some more worms right there, but that's also fine because they're too far away to do anything. Driving cars backwards is more difficult than driving them forwards. And bring the power over to the outpost. It's actually going to be easier if I run it from the middle one. Like here or something like that. Okay, so now my outpost has power. I need to get the trains in here. And an open question is, how much parking do I want to leave for these guys? And the answer to that is, I do not care yet, because I'm only going to have, like, coal is the only resource that I'm going to be taking from here at the moment. So even if the other trains build up, like if I have one in the station, then I have one here, and I have one here, and they can just continue to build up here. I mean, I'm not going to have this many. They're going to be mostly down here. It's fine. I will deal with the rest later. But I'm still going to have, like, I still want a signal there, and I want a signal over here. And that's all of the train setup done. It's kind of all the train setup done. The other thing I need is I need to put miners down on the coal. That was 10. I'll do with the power pulse first, I guess. Okay, and I'm deliberately not going to connect those up until I have the walls and the flamethrowers in place. Or at least I have the walls and flamethrowers on me. Yeah, sure. Oh, 3, I didn't want to give them 3. I might come back later and give them 3. Going from 60% mining to 60% mining pollution to 80% mining pollution is still kind of a good deal. But we're not, I don't think we're at that point yet. I mean, especially as we're still expanding more stuff, it's still a better deal to get the miners, the miners having 2 efficiency modules each instead of some of them having 3. And I don't think I have enough for all of this even. But you know, I am making more, so. Okay, how many miners is that? 39, that's kind of decent. I mean, it's already more than I have there. I think I'm going to be okay with this being, this is my first coal mining outpost, and it will need to grow, but it's also a thing. It's a thing that can grow. Okay, all that set up. Now I need to do some defensive structures. How am I getting the oil in here? I think what I'm actually doing for the oil, he said, thinking about where parking might later go, is the oil is going to be a separate thing that comes in, not there because I'd have to clear some trees out of the way, but like there. Because this way, like if I do build train parking for this, it's going to be like here or something, and it will take all of the trains off this line, which means that through here will be where I can cleanly put another train. I don't think I wanted that. I think I want to build it back a bit. Yeah. And it can come up through here, and okay. So this rock that I managed to ignore before I need to remove anyway. It's fine. Okay. So we've got that. We've got... It can have that loophole to itself. It doesn't need any more station. It doesn't need any more signals. But if I put a thing there and I call that... I haven't even named these stations yet. This is just the North Coal Outpost, isn't it? There isn't any... Oh, I left the turret there, whatever. It's fine. Is that... I think that's just a radar artifact. I don't think that's actually... It might be absorbing something. I can't actually tell. I think it's fine. I'm going to ignore it. If I get a lot of beeping later, maybe that'll be a bad decision. But yeah, so this is just, yeah, the North Coal Outpost is what this is. Which means that this is the Coal and Oil Outpost. That's not the trend I wanted. This one wants to go coal and oil, empty cargo. Was I? No, good. I was just wondering how close I and the car was to be standing on the train tracks and accidentally getting everything killed. I've only got one tank. Okay, so that's the other thing I need to go back and make. But this is going to be, what did I call it? Oil NE, full cargo. Okay, so that's going to be fine like that. Then I want basically this trick here, except I also don't have pumps, so I need pumps, tanks, walls. Is that everything I need? Do I have flamethrower towers? I have 8 flamethrower towers. That's, I'm principally defending from this direction. Maybe I should actually attempt to push these bases, although these are expansions, which means they might have larger worms. Yeah. And I've got an expansion back there again. Okay. I still do have, I have destructor robots, and I have the landmine, so I think I attempt to push that on the way back to the base so that I don't get attacked by different things that I don't, there'll be a bit of a surprise. As I'm passing here, let's put some signals out. Is that going to be, yeah, it's enough space, it's fine. I'm not signaling these particularly carefully, and you'll also notice that I'm not using any kind of rail grid or blueprints for stuff because whatever. Oh, and other worms that I left there that are still there are going to make this push a little spicier as well. Lots of mines left around the place. Oh wait, these mines are ones that had not been deconstruction planned, I think. I'm not sure if I saw the little red cross on them. Okay. Yeah, the big worms are still going to be a problem. Okay, it's a piece of wall being damaged, fine. Okay. Okay, so it did all of that without. Okay. I'm, yeah, actually not going to deconstruction plan all those mines because I need to deal, all of those ones at least, because I need to deal with the worms. Otherwise, I could just like deconstruction plan them and turn off the personal roboport before I get there. But the worms will still attack any bots that try and clear those mines, so that's going to be a thing to worry about. Pumps, tanks. Let's get any more efficiency modules I have. Ooh, I've got a lot of efficiency modules. That's a good time. Pumps, tanks. I actually need more flamethrowers as well, and I've got a lot of this stuff. So I think the way I do that, like this thing that I took out, is going to go back, and we're going to do something like this. Actually, you need one of those. you can have all of that steel because sure. And then we're going to handle this by manually making that many engines, which we are also going to box. Yeah, like that, whatever. So now I have more flamethrower turrets. I also need, what else did I need? I needed tanks. I needed pumps, which take these things. I can have 7 pumps. Tanks and pumps. What was the other thing? Wall. Wall I needed, and I have wall in large amounts just here. Sure. Underground. Yeah, check that I need those things because those things are actually also kind of vital to setting up the flamethrower network. And yeah, the green ships are still gated by copper. That's fine, I'm okay with that. How's my landfill doing? Barely any of this is getting past the landfill, but that's okay. Landfills is getting a bit more. This box is filling up. Yeah, that's all stuff I'm pretty happy with. Interesting quirk is now that I've got trains on the field, there are now more things I can be killed by, which is, you know, hopefully we don't go there, but we might. Yeah. Pushed another base. So the plan for this, actually let's power these on first, because it doesn't matter so much right now. But the plan for this is actually to say, you guys only pump if you have less than 5,000 oil in the tank. And this means, because we know from how long this train has been sitting here and the extent to which I've neglected it, that I really don't need a lot of oil for flamethrower turrets, and so I would rather not be caching huge amounts here. I would rather, like, because at the moment, oh yeah, the other one's still sitting there. Where is that going? Am I bringing that back to the main base? I think I am. Okay. We need full cargo. You do that. Is that actually a good idea? I'm not sure it is a good idea. So I've now automated these things again, which means I've got more kinds of trains in the way as I'm trying to redo this parking, but that's a problem I'll deal with later. Oh yeah, I did call the other train, and that's all doing that. So yeah, got a lot of oil here now, that's cool. Let's set up, like, let's grab, I don't know, this much of this thing, and figure out where that goes around this outpost. And does it go here? Do I defend the rail section as well as the coal? I think I do. I think I'm defending it like at least to here. Okay, sure. So this is where the stuff is gonna go. This is one of those things would be like a lot more fun if I had bots, because I could just stamp this down and then walk away from it. Da, 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 da. Like, I might just, because I'm not expecting this thing to get hugely attacked, I might even leave those just as like 2 layers of wall instead of all 3 layers of wall, and come back and deal with it later. That sounds like a decent plan. And that's also probably more defense than I need on that corner, but sure. I might also need more gun turrets, although I'm still not planning on actually arming them, in the sense that the gun turrets are still just there and will continue to be just there. Yeah, that'll be fine. More or less for the purposes of being shot at, so the flamethrower turrets are not shot at. That's basically all that is. And so where does, I think it comes, I think this guy jumps through here and then goes up there. Yeah, that'll be fine. And with this, I now don't have flamethrowers because I missed placing an underground pipe somewhere. Like that. Okay. But that means I'm actually, yeah, I need more engines. What I really want is to put these guys here like this so I can start mining the coal. That's basically all that's about. Connect this stuff up. Do I have, yeah, I should have enough to get all of these to 2 modules each, and then have a couple left over for the next copper outpost. Have a decent number left over for copper outpost. Because how many is this? 39 miners? So it's going to be like 80 modules. Okay, let's put the rest of this defense on. How many of these guys do I need? I probably need another fairly close one because corners are always dodgy. And I've put it in slightly the wrong place. 27 is a bigger number. Is that... Ah, they're getting spicier. I wonder if there's an expansion that's now doing things. No, I'm just polluting the space a ton. Killing the space will be helpful. Killing the space will be helpful. These two kind of still need to go as well. There's just a bit more to do. So with all of those slightly in the way, I think all that I bother doing is just something like this. And then everything else continues in the same way. Okay. And then let's do that same kind of trick of just protecting the flank a little, but not really very much. Yeah, really not very much, but that's fine. The majority of the damage is from these flamethrowers anyway, and then these turrets aren't going to get any ammo. They're just, if anything does turn up to attack, hopefully they will attack these turrets instead of the ones that I actually care about. Okay, so I've got 2 belts of coal running, I've got the oil. Is that outpost done? Which means I need more engines. I need a lot more engines, because I've got to build the locomotives for that. The fact that coal is now online means, I mean, it's not really online, I can still drive the wrong way down this stuff. I'll have to worry a lot more later about where trains will be and whether or not I'm going to be hit by them. But what I want is, what I want is the landfill, and then I'm assuming I have enough by now. I actually have no idea. Let's just take that and find out. I also need to build some red undergrounds, because these things are going to need a little more space. But if I do, because the other thing I'm wondering about is, do I actually want... No, I don't even care if I need water for anything, because I've still got lakes in a variety of places for things that need water. So all of this let's grab the fish out first, because the fish are useful. And by useful I mean edible. I think that's all the fish. There's only wood there. There's only wood there. Okay, fine. All of this will be... yeah. A story as old as industrialization. There used to be a nice lake that had fish in it. Now there is train parking. There are only fish over there. Hi, buddy. Okay, so if I can get this train parking done, then I will be able to... oh, I didn't give another signal. And there's actually not enough space in there. Is there? Yeah, this one wants a signal here. And then back over here. And that's actually quite likely all the parking he needs. Oh, I wonder if I can... I did not put a radar there. That is the thing I should have put there. I'm going back there anyway. So a thing... what was it? It was locomotives, for which I need engines. And I have a lot of engines. And this lets me build 2 more locomotives, which is, to be honest, going to be all I need. So this is pretty good, I guess. Like that whole situation with not having enough copper and not having enough green chips is exactly the thing we'll solve by what we're about to do. The thing is, what I actually wanted to do was intercept this guy and set him to manual, and then take this train and tell him to go to the other station, because those will be... actually, this train also wants to be manual, and now this one wants to be manual. So that should have cleared up all the train traffic that will be coming through here, which means I can now start to delete some of this stuff. It'd be nice if this space was fully mined out, but it's not. Power grid is still absolutely fine. I can now think about what I'm doing with this parking situation a little better. And spoilers, it's still going to be a cheap, nasty disaster. It's fine. This bit of the base that I'm building probably will not be how we scale purple or yellow science at all. We're probably going to have a completely different setup somewhere else, because it just requires a vast amount of resources, and yeah, that's going to be done with nuclear power and electric furnaces and a bunch of stuff that again lowers the pollution cost of everything we're manufacturing. Currently reducing the mining pollution cost, which I'm a big fan of. The boilers, though, are still... like, this pollution cloud at this point, there's a big chunk of it coming from the boilers, because they're like, what is that, 30 a second? 30 a minute, 30 pollution a minute, which is a big deal. This whole smelting column also, because it's all fossil fuel powered, is also just, yeah, a ton of pollution. And the nuclear power and electric furnaces will address all of that. This isn't much pollution at the moment, because it's just not polluting much, because I'm not mining, because I'm blocked on so many other things. These guys are going to start to attack me, but I'm confidently asserting that I've already addressed that. And like the train parking situation for this might just be... is it here? If I put it here, is this enough space for another train? It's actually more space than I need for another train. I can bring forward a couple. Yeah, I think I have enough space here just to do a nasty thing where this line turns up. Yeah, actually this line turns up here, has like 3 places behind each of these. Well, okay, 2 places behind them. The this is going to be so much easier when I have robots, except I'm not going to be doing this when I have robots. I'm going to be doing different things when I have robots, but you know, that's also fine. You're a very long signal, you do not need to be there. You can be like here. You can be there. That gives me enough on this side, and then this is also going to be enough on this side, so that's also fine. Because you want to come this way. Is that true? That's actually not true at all, because the thing that determines where that's going to be is this inside one here has a curvature radius that it has to worry about. And where are my signals? I'm running low on signals. I'm kind of okay with that. This is... so that's going to need to be there. You guys can go away. So this is where the other train line needs to connect. Like so. Yeah, so this guy's going to be in the way, which is kind of expected. It's fixed. So 24, I will... yeah, so let's also get rid of some of these guys and put like some of these in, although it's not going to last long. That's going to be good enough for that. This guy can turn up around here. Those attacks are getting a bit more animated. Is this the right way? Yes. And then this one wants to come. That was actually silly. I could have had that lower. This train signal could have been on this bit of the corner. Yeah, let's do it like that instead. Having said this is going to be a cheap, nasty thing, I'm now changing my mind about exactly what I'm happy with. And there's another tree in the way, which is, you know, pretty normal. So if this guy goes, say, here, you've still got more space than you need. You've still got way more space than you need. I can take out another 2. Okay, so you've got enough space. Then this continues over here. And feeds, that's too far. Feeds all of these guys separately. And then there, and there, and there. I don't actually need all of these train signals yet, because I'm not going to have that many trains running on it. How is my copper supply? Is my copper supply nearly done? Yeah, it is. And my coal is also slowly running down? Okay, so that is the extent to which I'm going to plan my train parking for this space. Other bases are going to get more complicated because I actually have to worry about buffers and stuff like that. You can get rid of going there. And this guy can be... where is the output lane? The output lane's going to be over here somewhere, isn't it? Oh, it's all the way over there. Okay, I'll go from the other side. Okay, so now I kind of have an actual train station, like a real person. Which means you can go back to automatic. I think you need to go there, don't you? All these things can go back to manual, to automatic. the train station kicks off again, I can be hit by things again, which is cool. There was another one here, yeah, this one. You can go to the iron. That's all working. Okay. Which means what I need to deal with now is being able to get... So there are two things to deal with. I need to get the iron out. The iron. I need to get the trains out, which can happen like that. And let's add on there, will be fine. And then like one over here, I guess. Yeah, it'll be fine. Get those out, and then I need to worry about getting these resources out, but I can do that after I've got trains that actually have stuff on them. So yeah. There's a train, don't get hit by the train. Check the minimap to see whether or not you're going to get hit by a train. I did build locomotives, didn't I? Yes, and I've got 25 fuel, which will be enough to get the first leg online. And yeah, we're about to start training in a lot more coal, which is a good time. That's one way around. I don't know why, like I've got a rail signal, it's a one-way track this way, don't know why. I should still have, yeah, that'll be fine too. Okay, so you are going from the Coal North Station with full cargo to... Did I not rename those train stations? Oh wait, other things that I remember I should also be doing. Let's put it over this side, because then it will have slightly more cover from, like, the main thing I'm concerned about having things over here is I have not defended this side at all, which is, you know, pretty funny. What was I doing? I was renaming these two train stations because, yeah, I need to rename with these with a degree of priority, because I don't want the other train, specifically this one, that's fortunately still loading, him deciding that he wanted to turn up at these stations would be bad. But yeah, got a bit of trash parking. So which way round am I doing these things? I think it's going iron, coal, copper. So this one here is going to be... okay. And this train here wants to be smeltface coal, coal in, full cargo, empty cargo. Copy that train pattern, put that train pattern here. Smeltface coal, set it to automatic. So now I've got trains running. I mean, I already had trains running, I have more trains running. I have a coal outpost. That's how our outposting is going to work. Did I do? I did do, yes. Now what I want is I actually want this pattern here too. I don't know if I can paste wires like this. I can, good. Okay. Yeah. Trains turning up. Dudes putting stuff on trains. This is actually less than 2 belts, but I'm also currently using 0 because I have not yet plugged it into this stuff. So that's... And I decided I didn't need to push any more bases here, didn't I? Yeah, I'm kind of happy with these guys just turning up and getting themselves killed with these flamethrower turrets. That'll be fine. Yeah. Let's not get ourselves killed by trains and go this way instead. That was pretty clutch. Those guys are still mining. Don't have any trains here. let's figure out how to plug in this coal, and I think I need a couple of those. Unless I just take coal, I can't really take coal to the right. There kind of isn't enough space here, but whatever. Will this fit? Yes. Okay. Yeah, don't have to worry about upgrading those yet either. It'll be fine. Do I take... I think that's a problem I'll worry about later. I think all I'm going to do now is just run the coal all the way this way. And yeah, at this point I'm fairly happy that the base does not die. I actually want those to be up one. I mean, the base does not die from imminent lack of coal. The base still may die from biters turning up to say hi. Yeah, this whole copper iron ingestion thing can be reworked as well. So how do I fit this in? I think this one comes back down and across, and this one goes here and then skips that thing. And you come over here. And that can go away. And with that, I can do something like input priority right. Okay, so now I'm good for coal. And I need to do the same thing for copper. So I'll still drain this patch first, which is an important point. I will probably rejig a bunch of this later. I suspect I will need more power once I turn the copper back online. But overall, that's a coal outpost. That's how outposting works. Is it even worth... How's that doing? Yeah, he's doing fine. Don't need to worry about him. Okay, so the copper one is going to be more of a pain because it's in the middle of a forest and some of these bases are closer, although this... If we end up on like yeah, it looks like we might end up on a fairly... like on a kind of a peninsula-ish thing, which I'm pretty happy with because this could mean we can, at a much later stage of the game, secure a much larger piece of territory with less effort. I'm still not seeing any iron or... yeah, all... there's that copper, which is still not helpful. But it looks like this is going to have to be extended down here. And then I'm going to either have to defend on the other side of the forest, which is actually not a bad call. I mean, if I... the thing I'm thinking about now is if I push... like, I'd rather keep the trees. They'll suck up a lot of pollution. If I... yeah, they're probably going up here. It's probably fine. We shall attend to it. If it's not, I want to keep these trees. Does this mean I put a defensive wall here? In which case, I definitely have to clear this space. May also have to clear this space. At that point, I've also secured stone, which is cool. May also have to secure the space. Are these all spitters? They are. Which means that the turrets will probably deal with them. Yeah, so if I have to deal with at least this space, at least this space, at least this space, does that mean I just secure more iron at the same time? And then this, I have an outpost here and a kind of an outposty thing here, and then defend the copper on this side. Is that how that works? Maybe? These guys still fine, aren't they? They're attacking all my trees. I liked those trees. They were doing good things for me. I mean, I'm killing them all with my pollution, but other than that... so yeah, so the copper is now the urgent thing. I've got only 37k left. It's... Why is... Oh, I actually ran out of military research. I ran out of military research, but military research also needs... Yeah, sure. Is there anything else I want? I will eventually want accumulators, so let's do that instead. I'm not going to use them for ages, though, but it'll be a thing that will at least progress the labs a bit. Yeah, I think I will have a think about that and have thoughts on that under a bit of a plan. We've kind of got, you know, with this secured, we're not going to die particularly quickly to running out of coal, which we were close to. But yeah, I think maybe we push these guys. I want that copper. I very much want that copper. But yeah, that will be an issue for next week's episode. Next week's episode? The next episode, at least. We've got more stuff online now, so you know, that's nice.